improve your English? Subscribe for easy tips and ways to practice speaking. There was a time when I almost gave up on my dreams. Life seemed filled with obstacles, and no matter how hard I worked, success felt just out of reach. I felt like I was running in circles, putting in endless effort without seeing results. But deep down, I couldn't let go of what I truly wanted, so I decided to keep pushing forward. No matter what. Then, I met Sophie. She was new at work, and she had an energy that was contagious. Sophie believed in setting goals and never giving up, no matter how tough things got. She often shared stories of her own challenges and how she overcame them, always ending with,
Persistance paye off.
her attitude sparked something in me, reminding me why I started my journey in the first place. One day, after work, we sat in a quiet cafe, sharing our dreams and fears. I confessed, sometimes, I wonder if all this hard work is even worth it. What if I never reach my goal? Sophie looked at me with a reassuring smile. The thing about persistence, she said, is that it doesn't always bring instant results. But every step you take, every effort you make, is building a foundation for your success. You just have to trust that the journey will lead you to where you're meant to be. Her words gave me a new perspective. I realized that persistence isn't about waiting for miracles. It's about believing in yourself and being willing to put in the work, day after day. Inspired by Sophie's unwavering spirit, I doubled down on my efforts. I set small goals, celebrated every win, and learned from each setback. Months passed, and slowly but surely, I started to see progress. My hard work was finally paying off. And when I reached my goal, I looked back on the journey and felt an overwhelming sense of pride. Sophie was right. Every bit of persistence, every struggle, was worth it. In the end, I learned that success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about resilience, determination, and the willingness to keep going, even when things get tough. Sophie's words stayed with me, and I've held onto that lesson ever since.
Persistance paye off. Moral.
True success comes from staying committed to your goals, even when the path is difficult. Every step, every effort counts, and eventually,
Persistance paye off.
with Sophie's encouragement, I continued to push through. Every day brought its own challenges, but I learned to see them as opportunities to grow. I made it a habit to reflect each evening, asking myself, what did I learn today? How did I move closer to my goal? Slowly, my perspective changed, and the journey began to feel less daunting. Sophie and I stayed close, often meeting up to talk about our progress and setbacks. She would always remind me, growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. Those words became my mantra, guiding me through the hardest days. Then, one day, an unexpected opportunity arose. I was invited to present my project to a group of influential people in my industry. It was the chance I had been waiting for, and though I was nervous, I knew I was ready. Every late night, every tough decision, and every piece of advice from Sophie had prepared me for this moment. The presentation went better than I could have imagined. People responded with genuine interest, and a few even reached out to discuss potential collaborations. I walked out of that room feeling an overwhelming sense of pride and relief. All those moments of doubt, the times I nearly quit, it had all been worth it. Later that evening, I met Sophie to share the news. She hugged me with joy in her eyes and said, "I knew you could do it. You just needed to believe in yourself and keep going." Looking back now, I realize how much persistence shaped my path. It wasn't just about reaching a single goal. It was about becoming someone who could face challenges with courage and optimism. And though Sophie had played a huge role in my journey, I had found the strength within myself.
Moral.
True success comes from a journey of persistence, belief, and resilience. When you stay committed to your dreams, you not only reach your goals but also become stronger along the way. The final chapter. After my success, life took on a new rhythm. I felt more confident, energized, and grateful for every step that had brought me to this point. Sophie and I continued to meet regularly, our bond growing stronger as we celebrated each other's victories and shared our dreams for the future. But as my career blossomed, new challenges began to surface. The pressure grew, and sometimes I found myself slipping back into moments of self-doubt. What if this is all temporary?
Ide bunde.
What if I'm not able to keep up? One evening, I poured out these worries to Sophie over coffee. She listened patiently, then took a deep breath and said, "Remember that success isn't just a destination. It's a journey. You're always going to face new challenges, but you already have everything you need to handle them. You've done it before, and you'll do it again." Her words reminded me of how far I'd come and that setbacks didn't erase my progress. They were simply part of the journey. That night, I promised myself to stay persistent no matter what lay ahead. As the months went on, I continued pushing forward, determined to grow and improve. I also found myself helping others who were struggling with their own doubts and fears, sharing the lessons Sophie had taught me. It felt good to be that source of encouragement, as Sophie had been for me. Years later, after all my hard work and persistence, I was invited to speak at a major event, sharing my story with hundreds of people. Standing on that stage, I felt the weight of every challenge, every late night, and every moment of self-doubt I had overcome. And there, in the audience, was Sophie, cheering me on. After the event, I thanked her for being my guide and my friend. She simply smiled and said, "You did all this, not me. You chose to keep going. You chose to believe in yourself." In that moment, I understood something profound. Persistence is a journey we choose to embrace. A journey of believing in ourselves even when the road is unclear. With each step, we become stronger, more resilient, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Moral: persistence is a lifelong journey. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and the support of those who believe in us can make all the difference. True success comes not only from reaching goals but from choosing to keep going, becoming stronger along the way. Let's enrich our vocabulary with some new words. Persistence. Noun. The act of continuing to do something despite difficulty. Example: her persistence helped her achieve her dream despite the challenges. Opportunity. Noun. A situation that makes it possible to do something. Example: she took advantage of every opportunity to improve her skills. Reflection. Noun. Serious thought or consideration. Example: after a day's work, he spent time in reflection to plan his next steps. Obstacles. Noun. Things that block or prevent progress. Example: she faced many obstacles but never gave up on her goal. Self-doubt. Noun. A feeling of not having confidence in oneself or one's abilities. Example: self-doubt often crept in, but she continued moving forward. Resilience. Noun. The ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Example: her resilience helped her stay strong, even in tough times. Encouragement. Noun. Support or inspiration given to someone. Example: her friend's encouragement helped her to keep going. Blossom. Verb. To grow or develop successfully. Example: as she persisted, her confidence began to blossom. Success. Noun. The accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Example: success finally came after years of hard work. Foundation. Noun. The basis or groundwork of something. Example: her early struggles laid a strong foundation for her future. Confidence. Noun. A feeling of self-assurance arising from appreciation of one's abilities. Example: with every small victory, her confidence grew. Challenge. Noun. A task or situation that tests one's abilities. Example: each challenge she faced made her stronger. Motivation. Noun. The reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. Example: her desire to succeed was her main motivation. Achievement. Noun. A thing done successfully with effort, skill, or courage. Example: completing the project was a big achievement for her. I'm so glad you spent this time with me. If you liked the story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Take care, and see you next time.